organs.
Turkey International Transplant Network has called on Africa to fast development in terms of structures to embrace global medical breakthroughs and procedures in order to save lives in the country. Organ donation and transplant procedures are yet to gain prominence in Africa after the first medical transplant in 1958. Eva Atiboka was in Turkey and interacted with stakeholders.
After the first ever organ transplant in 1958, the great medical breakthrough has fast developed to save lives. Countries like Turkey have firmly established transplant procedures and are now establishing oncologies. After a first cadaveric renal transplant in 1979, liver in 1982, and a successful heart transplant in 1989, Turkey has since developed and advanced in medical technology. With 155 transplant centers, Turkey is topping the chart in most organ and tissue transplants. On the global front, Turkey came first in living donor transplants and America second with 345 in 2016. The country conducted 1,004 liver transplants from living donors and 392 from deceased donors. In the same year, it conducted 2,639 kidney transplants from living donors and 784 from deceased. Turkey came second in pediatric liver transplants with 215 cases, with a track record performed on a 3-month-old baby. In 2017, 4,908 sold organs were transplanted. At the Turkey International Transplant Network conference, stakeholders raised concerns that Africa and many other regions are slacking behind.
Africa is not doing good in terms of transplants. You need to have a successful health system. Meanwhile, you need to focus on educating doctors, physicians, surgeons, and transplant coordinators.
They want Africa to fast develop its health systems to embrace the medical procedures to save lives.
In Ghana, you need to collaborate with the countries that have transplantation system. You need to have a guideline. You need a legislation. Then authorization is very important. Competent authorities, you need transplant coordination system, a national organization, regional organizations for having brain death detections. But everything is starting with a passionate surgeon.
The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, in an interview, hinted of plans on making Ghana a transplant hub in Africa.
We have reached a stage in Ghana to go fully into organ transplant. So we become a medical tourism hub for the whole sub-region.
Protocols, guidelines and the framework are developed and awaiting parliamentary approval.
The food